him to adjust your dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla at us. Yeah, holla at us. Y'all know how we get busy. Sitting here rocking out on the NBA Thursday morning. And our first segment, Jimmy Butler goes Jimmy Butler. This dude is suspended again. Look, I'm not with that dude. Trust me. I can't. And Kevin Durant G checks reporters for asking dumbass questions after he put on the most brilliant offensive display in the fourth quarter against the Detroit Pistons. So we go from the desert back to the East Coast, and we got to ask this question. Is this working? The Philadelphia 76ers are one of the worst teams in the NBA. Now, in the offseason, I'll set this up. I'll go ahead and set the table for you. Paul George, when he was trying to extort, because that's what I'll say, he was trying to extort money from the Clippers, saying that he was worth $200 million. And when the Clippers were like, no, you're not worth any of that, and you can hit the free market, Philadelphia was thirsty. Oh, they was thirsty. They was like a chicken heap. They went after Paul George, and then you had all of these flowing articles talking about how the 76ers were going to be this dominant force in the Eastern Conference. They were going to be challenging Boston in that division for supremacy. Nobody saw them losing more than 10 games. And this is the reality. This is why the NBA is bad for television, because television feeds into legacy media in these narratives. If you watch these young teams and you watch good basketball being played by these young teams that are winning, the outlook looks different. But since this is all placated on superstars, when they get old and they can't serve a purpose anymore, somehow they want them to go to a team full of teams that have guys that are good, and they want to create a super team. We got to stop doing this. We have to stop doing this. The super teams are killing the league. That being said, when you look at the 76ers, Toronto fired Nick Nurse for a reason. Nick Nurse is not a good coach. Toronto got rid of this guy. Right now, the 76ers are, 15-27. 11th in the Eastern Conference. Oh my goodness. In the last 10 games, the 76ers have a record of 2-8, and currently they're on a 3-game losing streak. Is this working? And I just want to know, is this working? Because when you look at this game, when you look at the teams that they've lost to, they got waxed by the Nuggets, 109-144. They got waxed by the Nuggets, 109-144. It seems like 109 is their sweet spot, because the Milwaukee Bucks, they waxed them 123-99. I'm not doing this, man. Of course it's not working. I'll go ahead and stand on that. It's not working. I'm standing on business. They're one of the worst teams. Give me a rap album. This is Big Vern. Dun, 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 dun. It's your boy Big Vern pushing another rap album this month. Killer Mike. Songs for Sinners and Saints. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the album, Nobody Knows, with Anthony Hamilton, is a really good song. Humble Me, very deep, very good song. Higher Level, Lord Prepare Me, Had to Go Get It, and Still Talking That Shit. Killer Mike, Songs for Saints and Sinners, in stores now. Shout out to Killer Mike doing his thing. Like I said, I love the album. I'm all about Humble Me. That's my jam, for real, for real. But back on these awful ass 76ers, because I knew that They had hit rock bottom when they lost to the New Orleans Pelicans. Who? Yeah, the New Orleans Pelicans. They lost to them dudes. They currently are the worst team in the NBA right now, and they couldn't beat them. And I know Joel Embiid, he's been off. He's been out of the game with injuries. He's been sidelined with injuries, and then he shoved reporters for putting this man's kids in articles and making them targets. I don't know what that was about. That was weird. And that guy should never be allowed at a pre-presser or a post-presser, ever. That aside, Tyrese Maxey, you're wasting his year. I think he's actually developed as a really good leader. Kelly Oubre is playing really good basketball, but he happens to be playing for one of the worst teams in the NBA. At this point in the game, I don't know who they can beat. The Pacers put the beating on them, 115 to 102. That 102, that was points scored in trash time. That game was over. They play the division leader in the Eastern Conference, Cleveland. They play them Friday. They go visit Chicago, which Chicago is right above them. So, hey, trash in, trash out. Then they play, then LA comes to town. I don't even know why LeBron would even grace the presence just sitting out there. Then they play the Kings. Again, it is a whole host of awful teams that they're playing, but the Kings are in the same position as the 76ers, so hopefully they can turn around and right the ship. But for a team that had so much promise, I just don't know where you go from here. Like I say, I was watching up some of the games. I couldn't, I can't stomach sitting through a full 4 quarters, but I just didn't understand the rotations. Some people were getting subbed in and subbed out, especially when Embiid was hurt. I don't even know who's on their G League affiliate roster that they could call up and get some two-way work out of. I mean, it's just nasty work. A whole bunch of nasty work out there. And I don't know how you're going to go ahead and rebound from this, but like anything else. Now. What you got? You got some nasty work. Yeah, you got some nasty work. You came over here on some badussy and you got your ass whipped. Good day, sir. Yep, that nasty work will get you every time. If you are in the Philly area, get in the comments. Let me know. Is this a disappointing season for you? Did you think that you all were going to be somewhat competitive? I know I did. This is Big Burn. I'll be back.